Real Madrid is just days away from facing Manchester City. But right now, their defense is falling apart. Eder Militão has gone down with a worrying hamstring injury, adding to an already thin and fragile backline, with the biggest Champions League test of the season right around the corner. One question is echoing across the football world. Can Real Madrid survive this challenge, or will Manchester City expose their biggest weakness? Let's break it down. The stakes couldn't be higher. This isn't just another Champions League group stage match. This is a statement game. Real Madrid versus Manchester City has become one of the biggest modern rivalries in European football. Every meeting shapes narratives, careers, and sometimes entire seasons. For Xabi Alonso, the pressure is even heavier. He stepped into one of the most demanding jobs in the world, and although he's shown flashes of brilliant football, the Champions League is where Real Madrid managers are truly judged. A strong performance here could silence critics, but a collapse, especially with this injury crisis, will raise serious questions. Still, there is a spark of hope. Real Madrid's recent 3-0 win against Athletic Bilbao brought back confidence, energy, and belief inside the squad. It reminded fans that when this team clicks, they can dominate anyone, but the question remains, can they carry that momentum into a clash against the most dangerous attacking machine in Europe? And now, the part that has every Real Madrid fan worried, the injury crisis. Eder Militão's latest hamstring injury couldn't have come at a worse time. He was supposed to be the rock at the back, the aggressive ball winner, the pace, the recovery defender. Losing him just days before facing Manchester City is more than a problem. It's a tactical nightmare, and it doesn't stop there. Real already had defensive issues this season. Several defenders are either out, barely returning from injury, or simply not at full match sharpness. The backline that should have been solid now feels stitched together with whatever pieces are left. So what does this mean on the pitch? It disrupts the entire defensive structure. Real Madrid loves to press high, stay compact, and rely on quick recoveries when opponents break through. But without enough fit defenders, especially center backs, that high line becomes a huge risk. One mistimed press, one misplaced pass, and suddenly City's attackers are running into open space. Transitions become slower, pressing becomes cautious, and the team can't push as aggressively without worrying about what's happening behind them. This isn't just about injuries, it's about how the entire identity of Real Madrid's defensive setup could be forced to change right before their most important match of the season. So with the defense falling apart, what does Xabi Alonso actually do now? The first big question is the formation. Will he stay loyal to the traditional 4-3-3, trusting Rudiger to hold the line with whoever is available next to him? Or will he try something more conservative, like a 3-5-2, using wingbacks to provide extra cover and slow down City's relentless attacks? And then comes the uncomfortable reality. Xabi Alonso may have to use makeshift center backs. We've seen it before. Aurelien Tchouameni stepping in as a temporary defender, or even Dani Carvajal being pushed into a central role when absolutely necessary. These solutions work in small moments, but against Manchester City, that's a whole different battlefield. Tactically, Real Madrid might be forced to abandon their usual aggressive style. Instead of pressing high, they may have to sit deeper, stay compact, and limit the space City can exploit. The Bernabéu loves attacking football, but this time, caution might be the only path to survival. And here's the truth, Xabi Alonso doesn't have unlimited options. His bench is thin, his defenders are injured, and any risky tactical move could backfire instantly against a team like City. This isn't just about choosing a formation, it's about choosing the least dangerous solution in a situation with no perfect answers. And now, the biggest fear for Real Madrid, Manchester City's attack. Pep Guardiola's side is built to punish weakness, and right now, Real Madrid's defense is exactly the kind of weakness City loves to exploit. With Erling Haaland leading the line, Phil Foden drifting into dangerous pockets, and Bernardo Silva pulling strings everywhere, this is one of the deadliest attacking trios in world football. Haaland's physicality and speed are a nightmare for any defender, but against a weakened, patched up Real backline, it's a mismatch waiting to happen. Foden, with his quick turns and inside runs, thrives when defenders can't react fast enough. And Bernardo Silva, he's the mastermind who finds gaps that most teams don't even notice. This is why City is such a threat. They don't just attack, They target your weakest points. If Real Madrid drops too deep, City will smother them with possession. If Real tries to press high with a weakened backline, City will slice through them with 1 or 2 passes. Every defensive gap, every slow rotation, every hesitation, City will be ready to exploit it. For Real Madrid, this is not just a tough matchup, this is a dangerous one. In a moment like this, the spotlight shifts to the players who can make the impossible possible. First, Antonio Rudiger. He becomes the anchor, the voice, the shield of this entire backline. His leadership, aggression, and experience will be crucial. If Real Madrid are going to survive City's pressure, Rudiger has to play one of his smartest and most disciplined games this season, but he can't do it alone. The midfield must become the first line of defense. Eduardo Camavinga and Federico Valverde will have to track runners, close passing lanes, and offer constant protection in front of the defense. Their energy and defensive awareness could be the difference between control and chaos. And then there's the attack. Kylian Mbappé and Vinícius Jr. Their job isn't just scoring, it's keeping City busy. When they push forward aggressively, when they threaten on the counter, they force City's defenders to stay back. That pressure relieves the stress on Real's weakened defense. One dangerous run, one moment of brilliance can shift the momentum instantly. In games like this, stars decide the outcome, and Real Madrid will need every one of theirs to step up. So after everything, the injuries, the pressure, the tactical problems, can Real Madrid still win this match? The answer is yes, and here's why. Even with a weakened defense, Real Madrid still has one of the strongest midfields in world football. Their ability to control tempo, break pressure, and launch lightning-fast transitions keeps them dangerous in every moment of the game. One loose ball, and Real can turn defense into a deadly counterattack within seconds. Then there's the power of the Santiago Bernabéu. When the stadium roars, when the crowd stands behind the team, Real Madrid becomes a different beast. The energy can swing matches, break opponent confidence, and give players that extra push when they need it most. And let's not forget, this is Real Madrid in the Champions League. This club has made a career out of beating the odds, surviving impossible situations, and shocking the world. When everyone expects them to struggle, that's usually when they rise. But to survive this match, they must be disciplined, stay compact, avoid risky turnovers, strike with precision on the counter, and most importantly, play with the belief that has defined this club for decades. It won't be easy, but Real Madrid has never needed easy. Real Madrid faces one of their toughest challenges yet. Injuries have thinned their defense, tactics must be adjusted, and Manchester City is waiting to exploit every gap. It's a true test of skill, leadership, and heart. Now, the question is in your hands. Do you think Real Madrid can handle Manchester City with this fragile defense? Or is this the match where everything falls apart? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this is one clash nobody will forget.